Okay guys, so this video is going to be talking about how to multiply fractions but with integers. Now remember, integers are just positive or negative numbers. Okay, so when you look at something, you're just going to say, is it positive or is it negative? And that's it. Okay, so here we have two negative numbers that we're multiplying, but they're also fractions. So there's a lot of things in here. So we're just going to quickly review. If you already know all this and you're just like, I just want to make sure I'm doing this right, just skip ahead, you'll be fine. Okay, but if you don't, stick around for this little part. So I'm just going to throw that out here. So a negative number times a negative number equals a positive number. Okay, a negative number times a positive number equals a negative number. And a positive number times a positive number equals a positive number. Okay, so this is your little roadmap to integer multiplication. Okay, so I know that if I put this up here, you'll be like, what is that? There you go. We're going to reference to it. So I'm just going to put that there, and then we're going to just talk about what we know about fraction multiplication. When you multiply a fraction, it's not like you're adding or subtracting where you have to have the numbers the same. All you need to do is write out your fraction. That looks like a 7. My bad, y'all. So 1, oh my goodness. Let me get it together. 1/8, negative 1/8, times negative 3/5. Okay, right now, I know I'm just going to erase these multiplication signs. I don't want it to get distracting. We'll come back to it, I promise. So when you multiply fractions, all you do is multiply the top, then multiply the bottom. So I have 1 times 3. Put a little X there because some of you are like, what's the dot? The dot means multiplication. So 1 times 3 is 3. 8 times 5 is 40. Okay, now I'm going to throw these multiplication symbols back in here because the signs of the numbers, the positive or negative, does not change. In this case of just multiplying, the actual numbers that you have. But sometimes you guys are like, well, it's minus, and you're like, you guys try to throw all these extra functions in here. So I have negative times a negative. I'm going to go back to my little chart, and I have negative, negative, right? Negative, negative, times, and I have plus. I don't want to have negative times a positive, I have negative times a negative, equals a positive number. So negative times a negative equals a positive number. I'm putting this here because if someone says, you didn't finish the question. No, I did. It's just, sometimes you guys need to see it very explicitly. So the answer is 3/40, or 3/40, however your brain translates that. So when you write it down, you don't have to put plus, but it is just 3/40. And I can't simplify that anymore because 3 is a prime number, meaning it can't get any smaller than that. Okay, so that's all you need to do. This little chart is going to be your saving grace. So if you don't know it, write it down somewhere. Save it, commit it to memory. It's pretty basic. And this is going to help you the most. This chart is going to help you the most to remember how you do this, if that's something that you're struggling with. Everything else of the multiplication is exactly the same as you've done it before, only this time you're throwing in negative numbers. Okay, guys? All right. Good luck. Let me know if you need help.